Welcome to another episode of the Blood Knight Reacts. In this episode, I react to a video made by Shoe on Head. This one right here. And yeah, I'm doing it from Minecraft at my desk. So yeah, folks, this is the first time I've seen this video, so it should be good. Alright, so let's get into it.
Men, what do they want? Money?
Me personally, I just want my own apartment. Don't have to live with my mother. Like right now, I'm living in an apartment with my mother. It's like, I just want my own apartment. And I want to work a job that pays enough to pay the bills and have a little bit of money left over. You know, that's personally what I want.
Status? Fast, expensive cars? What is the ultimate male fantasy? Is it...
Well, the ultimate male fantasy. I don't know, it would probably have to be something right out of the Crusades or something like that, if I had to guess.
Fame? Fortune? 3 hot chicks at once? Hell...
I mean, the logistics. I don't sure. I don't know. I think two's pushing it. 3? I don't know. It depends.
Yeah, brother, no. According to men on the internet, it's something a little more simple.
Oh, hell yeah. Wait, what's this? Some anime.
This is literally just a fetish. I fucking hate men so much. Men are why we can't have nice things.
Are they talking about... Hold on. Are the comments talking about anime or something? I don't know.
As I was working on an upcoming video, I made the terrible mistake of logging onto Twitter, where I saw this post. A montage from the anime joke.
Yeah, don't go on Twitter. Don't do it. Don't do it, folks.
Lucy the Tiger and the Fish, a movie about a college student
Aww.
who's assigned to take care of a paraplegic girl, and spoiler, eventually they fall in love.
Aw, it's so wholesome.
Posting in the replies of this tweet and talking about how they wish to fall in love and would love a relationship like this, while many others, mostly women,
that's
were
wholesome.
absolutely fucking disgusted at this. Why would a bunch of men be fantasizing about being with a woman in a wheelchair? Seems pretty creepy and predatory, right?
No, it's not the fact that she's in the wheelchair. It's the fact that she's a good person. She's a wholesome person, you know. I think that's the reason why men want that. I don't know.
Also just unrealistic and problematic. Well, in this video, we are going to be talking about why so many men resonated to that clip and this movie, and why so many people
It's cute.
are so confused
It's heartwarming.
as to why. We are also going to be reading some absolutely unhinged tweets, as usual, to get to the bottom of why such a wholesome post turned into, once again, another battlefront for the ongoing, never-ending gender war. Men versus women,
Play
women versus
speed.
men, the male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, the dealing with dating apps. Do men prefer thin women or curvy women? Brunettes or blondes? Do women like dad bods or fit men? Do they like beards or clean shaven? Oh yeah, that reminds me. Let's quickly get to today's
when it comes to women, like not too thin, but like not too fat, you know, middle ground, Goldilocks zone. That's what I like. You know it when you see it.
Sponsor, Henson Shaving.
Oh. Bloody YouTube. Bloody ads.
You ever just accept that some products are just garbage? Like for years I thought ripping your tights on the first wear was just a part of being a human. Prescriptions or moisturizing strips, but with real AL13C, an inch beyond the shape limit, less than the thickness of it, and your code SHOE. Skipping the ad. You didn't skip the ad, right? Now let's get back to the video. Now, I am not an anime connoisseur. In fact, I basically know nothing about anime. I am probably the most tourist of all the tourists.
Oh yeah, I believe it. Someone doesn't know anime.
Yeah, hi, I have a question. Was the upscript shot necessary in order to enhance the plot? I watched Pokemon
Always!
when I was a kid, and a few years ago
Upskirt shot is always important to enhance the plot.
And honestly, that's about it for my anime consumption. Unless you're counting VTubers. If you're counting VTubers, I watch a lot of anime. But because of this clip going viral, I watched Josie the Tiger and the Fish, and, well, I thought it was a good movie. I recommend watching it. I thought it was a really cute, good story. I only cried a little bit, and I completely understood what the tweet meant by calling it geek.
Yeah. I watched the Blood Knight here. I watched The Notebook. And yeah. Tears here it's The Notebook. If you're wondering, it's a tear-seeking missile. Hits you right in the feels.
The average male fantasy. So, what was wrong with it? Why did this clip go so viral in such a negative way? There were thousands of people angry at this post. Well, let's dilly-dally no longer.
But people
and read
don't
some
like
angry
good
replies to get a better
stuff.
understanding of what
Wholesome
the issue
stuff.
is, shall we? Wholesome male fantasy, and it's fetishizing a disabled girl for him to control. Oh no. They think, oh god, why? Always vulnerable, always happy, always needs you, pretty perverted. Where are these fan fictions coming from? There are like hundreds of tweets just like this. Why did they see a cute montage of a happy couple, a man and a woman happy, together? I know, unheard of. Why did they see that and then immediately come to these conclusions? Like, as someone who actually watched the movie, Josie is not always happy.
No, it's because they came to those conclusions because they're fucking degenerates. Let's be honest. They're fucking degenerates. And yeah.
And she's absolutely not portrayed as some, like, vulnerable, hoo-hoo, sex-doll waifu. She's boisterous, she kind of has a foul mouth, she's very sassy and headstrong, she then straight up calls him her servant, but she's also very depressed. She basically never left her house. She was basically a girl failure. As a former girl failure, I'd love to see representation in media. But they actually show her disability, like, not in a good way, like, they don't romanticize it, they don't sugarcoat it. And I noticed, unlike a lot of movies, unlike a lot of romance movies, at least, like, the Hallmark kind, where it's, like, the stuffy male lead learning to live life from the quirky, cute female lead, he's already got his shit together. And she learns to live life from him. He encourages her to live her dreams. And in return,
That's just bloody wholesome, folks. I might have to watch this movie. Or pirate it, I don't know.
he learns to live life in a completely different way. And I thought that was really cool and sweet. Also, the animation was really good. Is anime good? Have I been sleeping on anime this entire time?
Yes, you have, woman. Yes, you have.
Helplessly dependent on him, but can still make him a sandwich. Sounds about right. After watching the movie, these tweets are even more insane. But even putting the movie aside, just seeing that like cute montage out of context, where the fuck are they getting this? These are very clearly just two happy people. But because the caption was the average male fantasy, their mind immediately goes to the darkest, worst faith interpretation of this. The problem is these people can't see any humanity in men. They can't see any humanity in general. Average male fantasy equals girlfriend with no agency who's completely physically dependent on you and forced into like his subservience and compliance. Sounds about right. You males are weird for fetishizing physically disabled women. Average male fantasy is having a physically disabled girl that they can abuse however they want. Got it.
Damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Yeah, average male fantasy is having a physically disabled girl that they can abuse however they want. No. No. Like, you know the average male fantasy? You ever see those apartments where it's like They got nothing in them, but they got like a TV on the floor, and you got a PlayStation or something or a video game system hooked up to it, and you just got like a lawn chair or something. You got like the TV is propped up on a milk crate or something like that. Milk crates, and you have like you have a lawn chair or something to play video games. And you got like a bed off into the corner. That's average. That's the average male fantasy. Me though, for me that is just would be like having all my posters hung up and all that and stuff like that. Yeah, variations on that.
Let's be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. The infantilization of the physically disabled here is a little, dare I say, ableist. The implication here that people in wheelchairs cannot find love, and if they do, the person who loves them literally just loves them because they can't run away. Weird. Average men can be
No.
their healthy and normal girlfriend. What makes you think they'll be able to handle the disabled person if they're looking?
Well, the disabled person, they'd be rolling away on the wheelchair.
Normal? What do you mean by normal? These people are just so ableist, Chad. Can you believe it? Chad? I don't even lie to you. Who's Chad? I'm disabled, blind. So I showed this to my boyfriend. He says, I love you because you're you, and you make my days happier. So what if I have to drive you places or help you cooking and cleaning? I would have done that anyway. Disability has nothing to do with it. I love you. Man, I don't know how to tell you
That's
this,
nice.
but your boyfriend is real. Sorry you had to find out this way. You show this as fantasy because it's not true for the majority of men who participate in abuse of disabled people. No, the fantasy is the woman appreciates his efforts to make her happy. Stop lying and abusing women and the disabled. You're men's schizo. You don't even know that fucking guy. What do you mean stop abusing women and the disabled? Who are you? Also, the majority of men participate in abuse of disabled people. Are you okay? The majority of men...
No. These people are fucked up. To view such things in like that kind of lens, it's like, yeah.
Men are not abusers. That is a very, very small minority of men. The majority of men are men that just wake up, get out of bed, take a shower, go to work, come home, and wait for GTA 6 to come out. That is the majority of men. Men commit 95% of all work, but okay. Barging into the romance section of Barnes & Noble like, attention everyone! Where is that coming from? So close. This is fetish content. IS, the dirtiest, most taboo of all fetishes. The happy relationship. Let's say in 2025 that might be true. Oh, you want a wife and kids? You sick fuck.
Oh, I like this one. She's unhinged.
What this is literally just a perverted fantasy, LMAO. You think it's a perverted fantasy because, how precisely, you are a pervert. Literally seeing a cute montage of a male and female character having fun together, being in love together, being like, these are this is a fetish. Are these people okay? Stop.
Yeah, that's just crazy. That's crazy. It's like, yeah. It's like if you're seeing shit like this in this kind of lens, it's like you see everything in like a power dynamic. It's like not everything's a power dynamic.
Stop watching porn. Wait, this is a woman. Okay, stop reading Taken by the Werewolf Billionaire. Whatever the fuck you read. You swear to God, some of the shit women read would make the most depraved internet gooner blush. Or so I can know. This is literally just a fetish. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna pretend there's nobody out there who's like, she can't run away, she has no legs. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend there's nobody out there who has a crippled, disabled fetish, okay? I've been on the internet for 20 years. I've been on DeviantArt. I've seen shit you wouldn't believe. But the majority of people probably...
Yes. Same here. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Insert the quote from Blade Runner. I can't. Insert that quote from Blade Runner with like the replicant. And it's like, I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Insert that quote. I fucking can't. Oh, I can't fucking name it.
Most, if not all, the people responding to this do not have a cripple fetish, okay? In fact, her being in a wheelchair basically has nothing to do with it. Much like how females coon over, like, vampires or, like I said before, the billionaire werewolf fantasy. This is just the average male fantasy, distilled down to its most extreme. So what is the average male fantasy? The average male fantasy is the fantasy of both men and women alike. It is simply to love and to average male
What?
fantasy is that a woman with
What? Oh, what? Okay. Yeah, fantasy is being a globally known terrorist. Oh man. The average real fantasy is being a globally known terrorist. Oh man. I think that's projection. Whoever this person was, they want to be a globally known terrorist. I think that's a bit of projection. Yeah. This quote right here, a little bit of projection.
average male fantasy is being a globally known terrorist. The average male fantasy is that a woman who isn't fat. The average male fantasy is actually job security. You know what? These guys may have a point here. My older, men want disabled child wives. Average male fantasy is a disabled child. More proof that men are tattoos. That's a little girl. This is weird. So first of all, she's literally older than the guy. The guy is 22 and she is 24. In anime years, he is practically hag maxing. And yes, she may be physically disabled. But aren't all men mentally disabled in their own special way? At least the ones in my audience. They will freely admit this. Maybe she, the older woman, is taking advantage of this sensitive young man. Have you ever thought of that? She looks like an 11-year-old child. Where are her breasts? First of all, really weird way to say that. She looks like a child. Show me her titties. Also, I love how
She looks like a child. Show me her titties. Oh man. Oh.
boobs. It's disgusting, brain or whatever. But if the anime woman has small boobs, she's a child and you're a China. Can't go win. Also, if she had big boobs, they'd absolutely be like, wow, look at this sexualization of the disabled. Also, you know, like adult women can be flat-chested, right? Like that actually exists in real life. Like adult human women can have small boobs. We love all titties here on Shoe on Head channel. All titties is good titties.
If you're someone that suffers from having sensitive teeth, but you want them wider, I recommend Sensodyne Clinical Way.
End of story. Women fantasy. A boyfriend with depth and a loving, soft, deeply caring side of them. Men's fantasy. 12-year-old anime girl who looks and speaks like a toddler. Also notice how she's literally the shape and size of a child. Yuck. Have you people ever seen a child? No. You're all childless. Silly me. She's not even that short. She's just sitting. See, like when they're laying side by side, she's like a full-grown adult woman. Why do these people look at this and immediately think of child rape? Go to therapy.
It's like, yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but women are short on average.
And listen, I know that anime can get a little weird, right? Like, excuse me, Poo Poo Pee-Pee-chan is 2,000 years old, and this is Poo Poo Pee-Pee-chan. But this does not even look like a child. This looks like a cute woman. This is like a random but I feel like there are no more cute women nowadays. You know what I mean? You have all like the Insta baddies, the E-thuts, the E-girls, the muscle mommies, the boss babes, the boy babes. But I feel like every woman is just hot now. Which, by the way, I don't think is healthy for the male psyche whatsoever. You shouldn't wake up and be able to scroll through pictures of like the hottest woman you've ever seen in.
Yeah. How much of that is AI, you know?
Your life like 20 times before you've had like your morning cup of coffee. You shouldn't log in and immediately be one-shotted by 10 pens all day. As if that wouldn't make you go insane. As if that wouldn't make you crash out. Like back in the day, you probably see like one fine dame on your bus ride to work, and you think about her for 40 years until the day you die. That's how it used to, that's how it should be. Now every woman
Oh, yeah.
and is like a crazy, hot, unobtainable Instagram guys with the fattest of hats. Zoomers don't know how good we had it. You go to Blockbuster and the 21-year-old cashier behind the counter would be the most adorable woman you've ever seen. No Botox, no lip filler, just pure soul, full of joy and whimsy. Now women are full of hate and SSRIs, but they're hot. They're hotter than they've ever been. They're hotter and more depressed than they've ever been in history. Sad. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, anime. I didn't take my Vyvanse today, could you tell? Men's fantasy. A big titty woman with the face of a 16-year-old that is useful for cooking, cleaning, and sex. Women's fantasy.
Men's fantasy, a big titty woman with the face of a 16-year-old and is useful for cooking and cleaning and sex. Well, that would be nice. I wouldn't, the 16-year-old part, no. mid-20s. Mid-20s. 18 years of age.
Fancy gets treated like a queen and a man who keeps track of our periods so he can take care of us. I think I speak for a lot of women here when I say our fantasies do not, in fact, include men tracking our periods. Personally, my husband
That's
was like,
crazy.
honey, as a reminder, you're in your luteal phase. I'm taking the kids. Men like to pretend they want this, and then they beat their wife when dinner isn't ready or their son when he's misbehaving. First of all, I'm sorry that happened to you, but there are in fact good men out there. I've seen them. Some may be in this very audience. Sorry, keep a straight face. This is the shoe on head audience. You're all gremlins. Male fantasy equals a woman that can't run away from him. A woman that's dependent on him. Interesting. When men are involved, it's basic survival instinct to assume the worst. Men are guilty until they prove themselves innocent. You know what? I take my opinions back on free speech. I changed my mind. No more free speech. No more free speech until you bitches learn to behave. A woman's fantasy is a man who won't rape her, and a man's fantasy is raping a woman.
What the fuck?
Sorry, where is the rip man? Maybe that's how you see it, because you're brainwashed and hate men. So guilty until they prove themselves innocent. You know what? I take my opinions back on free speech. I changed my mind. No more free speech. No more free speech until you bitches learn to behave. A woman's fantasy is a man who won't rape her, and a man's fantasy is raping a woman.
What?
A woman's fantasy.
What the fuck? No. God, these people are fucking degenerates. No.
Is a man who won't rape her, and a man's fantasy is raping a woman. I'm sorry, where is the rip man? Maybe that's how you see it, because you're brainwashed and hate men. So true. I hate how, but in reality, women are the real demons here. Oh, goddammit. We just want a happy relationship. Is it so much to ask for? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, look, more misogynistic booner fantasy slop written by misogynistic booner men. This is why 70% of anime is garbage. So, here's the thing. That misogynistic booner fantasy slop written by misogynistic booner men was actually written by Saiko Tanabe, a woman.
Oh.
A woman wrote this story. And I feel like a very important detail, everyone is sleeping.
This story was written by a woman.
On when they covered this was the fact that this is very much the female fantasy as well. A man loving you for who you are despite your flaws, literally sweeping you off your feet and carrying you around on adventures, helping you live out your dreams, face your fears, and supporting you through the good and bad times. You're going to sit here and tell me that's not the female fantasy too? Is this not the basic female fantasy? Is this not the knight in shining armor coming to rescue you?
All right.
And falling in love with you? Why are there so many women so mad at this? Are men now the hopeless romantics? Are men now the ones yearning for a fairy tale romance? Is this why all the Disney remakes are like,
Yeah, a fairy tale romance would be pretty good. Not gonna lie. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end this video here. I'm gonna watch all this video. Yeah. This is funny. Just gonna pause the video. Anyway, I'm Blood Knight of the Old Republic of Bloodganistan. Like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, peace out, folks.